Vancouver is ablaze. Angry veterans demonstrate in Vancouver, calling for Harry and Meghan to be removed from the Invictus Games protest movement. Following a large-scale protest, which saw hundreds of veterans gather outside City Hall to demand that the sexes refrain from attending the Invictus Games in Canada the following year, wounded, injured, and sick veterans as well as other veterans who were not injured expressed anger and frustration at Harry and Meghan's actions and statements, which they saw as disrespectful, disloyal, and detrimental to the military and the monarchy. As a result, Harry and Meghan were banished from the Invictus Games. Veterans Against the Sussexes, a group that has campaigned both online and offline to have Harry and Meghan removed from the Invictus Games Foundation as well as to revoke their titles and patronage rights, organized Thursday's Veterans Protest. The veterans also accused Harry and Meghan of using the Games, which were founded in 2014, as a platform to promote their own agenda and interest and profit from the media and entertainment industry. The organization has also written emails and petitions to the organizers of the Invictus Games and Prime Minister King, requesting that they remove Harry and Meghan from the competition and substitute him with another royal patron or representative. Protesters screamed slogans, waved signs, and burned flags during the loud and obvious veterans event, which was attended by about 500 veterans from various branches and ranks of the Canadian Armed Forces as well as a handful of supporters and spectators. Effigies of Meghan and Harry. A few posters and phrases stated that Meghan and Harry had moved on. Not Sussex Games, but Invictus Games. We're not Sussex. We're Invictus. Harry, Meghan, you're not welcome here since you've deceived us. The roughly 2-hour veterans protest was peaceful and orderly as the demonstrators followed the directives of the police and the agency and did not cause any damage or disruption to public works. However, the protest was tense and emotional as the demonstrators expressed their discontent and disappointment with Harry and Meghan as well as their hopes and expectations for the Invictus Games. Several protesters shared their personal stories and experiences of being injured or sick while on duty and how the Invictus Games helped them recover and regain confidence and purpose. They also expressed pride in the military and monarchy layer as well. The veterans protest, the first of its kind in Canada, has also put pressure and challenges on the Invictus Games organization and the organizers and sponsors of the Invictus Games in Canada next year. The organization, which William chairs and has Harry making his patrons, issued a statement in response to the protests saying it respected the views and opinions of veterans but also supports Harry and Meghan as founders and supporters of the Invictus Games. The statement also said the organization is committed to hosting a successful and meaningful Invictus Games in Canada next year and hopes to welcome and celebrate all veterans and their families who will join the event. Organizers and sponsors of next year's Invictus Games in Canada included the Canadian government, the City of Vancouver, and various corporations and charities have also issued similar statements expressing support and their appreciation for Harry and Meghan and their confidence and excitement about the event. The veterans protest is the latest and greatest expression of the discontent and division that Harry and Meghan have caused amongst veterans, and the public also has raised questions and doubts about the future and fate of the Invictus Games as well as that of Harry and Meghan and their role and influence within the event. About 500 competitors from 23 different countries are anticipated for the Invictus Game, which is set to take place in Vancouver and Whistler from February 8 to February 16 of next year. The competitors will engage in a range of sports and activities, including wheelchair rugby, swimming, curling, skiing, and swimming. Thousands of spectators, volunteers, and media personnel are anticipated for the Invictus Game, which honors and recognizes the bravery and resiliency of sick, injured, or wounded military service members.